Guys, it is finally happening. Deimos base is officially returning to the King of Fighters All-Star, and we have revamped rewards, including rubies and an SS generic memory. That's right, you guys, we have a lot to talk about in today's video, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. But before we do all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and cue that intro. Alright, you guys, as always, information that we go over in today's video will be linked and available in the description. This particular post that we're going to be reading from today was posted over on the official forums by CM Yuri a couple of hours ago. And again, I will have a link in the description, but let's go ahead and hop into it. So this is the notices before opening Deimos base, so suffice it to say, you guys, Deimos base is returning. When is it returning? What are the details of it? Well, let's talk about it. So as you guys can see here, Deimos base is going to return this Sunday into Monday, 8/7 at 21 PDT. You guys will have to adjust accordingly. For me, that's pretty much right around reset, so that's pretty much what I'm looking at. So that's probably what you guys are looking at too, basically. So with this, if we take a look here, there's going to be some changes. Now, I don't really know how much of the changes are going to change the actual gameplay of this one way or the other, because if you guys have been playing the game long enough, you'll know Deimos base was one of those things that most people really didn't enjoy. It felt like a big chore, and it was partially to do with the rewards, which they have thankfully addressed, which we're about to talk about, but a lot of it just had to do with the actual gameplay. Deimos base in general went through 2 iterations, and the second iteration of it was, yeah, lackluster to say the least, and then after that they kind of just pulled it out entirely. So Deimos base in the Saga, the anime arc that it has been through so far, has been kind of on a despair arc, we'll put it that way. So we'll hope that this is going to turn things around and we're going to be in a better position after all this stuff. But if we take a look here, as far as content details, a content where you form a team of fighters according to the formation rules and clear each stage. You can select and acquire one of 3 random buffs after clearing each stage, and the random stage buff will accumulate along with other existing buffs, and other activated buffs will stack. So all of this looks like it's pretty much just the backbone and the same kind of features that we had before, but they do go into more detail down here. I'm not going to go into all of these because, to be honest with you guys, we're going to be doing plenty of videos on Deimos base when it returns in a couple of days, and it's very tough to derive very much from what they write on some of this stuff, mainly because a lot of times it's broken English or very poor English. So I'm going to wait and see how all of this stuff shakes down whenever this stuff goes live. But if you guys want to read through all this, you can. It does appear as if there's been some changes here and there, but largely what I want to focus on is going to be the season length and the rewards, because those are the 2 things that are going to be the most important to talk about today, because that's going to be what's probably going to make everybody the happiest, and it's also going to be what's the most relevant to everyone. So let's take a look at that real quick. You guys again can read through this if you want, but again, I didn't notice a lot of major changes. There's some little ones in here and there. There's definitely some changes made, but for the most part, I'm just going to wait to see. So when it comes to the rewards and the schedule of the season, so Deimos base is going to be done in seasons, right? So if we take a look back up here at the top, you're going to notice that the season is going to run from the aforementioned 8/7 when it goes live to 8/20. So you're basically going to have roughly about 13 days to play this, right? So if we go down here, we're going to take a look at the rewards. And if we take a look at the rewards, basically what you guys are going to see is the rewards for this, you get them for clearing every 5 stages, and the rewards for this are really good this time around. So if we take a look here, you're going to get 800 total rubies for clearing Deimos base up through tier 40. So what this basically means is if you're somebody that was really just targeting the rubies and you ended up getting stuck at a certain point, you could still get all the rubies as long as you can clear through tier 40, which is good. However, they didn't stop with the rubies because there's actually a lot of really good rewards here. So you guys are going to see these Awakened Tier 6 capsules, Tier 7 capsules. You get 30 a piece of those, which is pretty nice. Elite Transcend card materials. These are basically fodder cards. You're going to get a Platinum Battle Card voucher, for the 45th stage clear, and then the final stage clear is a special signature fighter memory. So this looks like it's just going to be a generic or a generic SS memory, which is really good. That's an awesome reward. Obviously, they have been rolling out SS characters more often as far as new characters are concerned than they have been with BS characters. It seems like BS characters have, I don't want to say gone the way of the dodo quite yet, but it does seem as though they are slowing down on rollouts for new BS characters in a dramatic way. So therefore, the SS ones still being more relevant. That's nice that we're going to be able to get one of these every couple of weeks or so, or at least every time they decide to roll out a new season of Deimos base, which is really good. We'll have to wait and see how hard it is to clear this thing, but at the same time, I'm holding out some hope here that this is pretty good. Now, obviously, the biggest thing about this was always the fact that it felt like a giant weekly chore. The nice thing is having that 13-day season means that you're now going to be able to breathe a little bit. You can basically pace yourselves. You can do this over the course of that 13 days, all 50 of these tiers, and not have to worry about cramming them all in for a given week. So that's really good. And honestly, the rewards this time around are awesome as well. So I'm very happy with this. Hopefully, and you can't please everybody all the time, but hopefully they have the gameplay in a spot where it's actually pretty fun. But I'm gonna wait and see on that. You guys can let me know in the comment sections down below what you think of all this, but I'm thinking that this is pretty healthy stuff. We're finally getting something that should be a semi-permanent mode into the game. And honestly, being able to get more rubies every couple of weeks is really nice. So I'm not going to complain about that, but you guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. Are you happy that Deimos base is returning? Are you like me and you're just kind of cautiously optimistic that it's actually kind of fun this time around? You guys can let me know in the comment section, but that's going to be all from me today. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.
Continue.